Hey guys, it's June 2nd. Some of my videos are made on June 1st. June 1st, we got a terrible frost and it ruined most of my vegetable garden. Something cool that we got to do is we took all the leftover mulch from my garden, my vegetable garden, and we put it in the flower garden. So we did that, and I'm about to show you what it looks like. So these are all the flowers I showed you before, and we got the vegetables way down there. These are hostas that we got from our friend, and Wyatt helped me dig them up for a transplant, and I think he didn't take all the roots with him, so they're struggling, but they're still green, so I'm hoping they'll pop back up. These guys are not doing great. When you have flowers that have bulbs, you have to make sure that they're really deep in the ground when you transplant, and I didn't. Dragon snaps are doing awesome. Look at how many flowers. And they got more buds too. Everything else is the same as it was before, just more heavily mulched. Everything is exploding. These things are getting huge. My romaine is getting huge. It's doing awesome. I got some annuals over here. Wyatt got them for me, and the hummingbirds love them. Here's some yellow dragon snaps. Very pretty. Romaine. Cucumbers are dying. They are not looking very well. Pumpkin and watermelon are doing better. This is my pumpkin. He is huge. He's huge. Inside of my house, I have more annuals. And the best way to do annuals is not to buy the already potted annuals for $15. It's actually to buy the flowers and buy the pots and buy the soil separate, and you save so much money. These are my lilies. They are tall as heck and beautiful. I took many bunches out of here for transplant. I even just gave some to a friend, and you couldn't even tell that I took some out. So more hostas. Again, not doing great. Hopefully they root and then they stand back up. Sometimes transplants don't look good for a few days because they have to root themselves. These flowers are doing good. Rhubarb. I took so many clippings off and put them in my fridge and in my freezer, and it's just getting huge and huge. I cut flowers off it almost every day. And why do you cut flowers off? It allows it to keep growing, or so they say. You don't want it to flower because then it will stop producing new leaves. This is my rose bush. It is getting crazy big. This is all new. All of this. Look how tall it's getting. It's beautiful. This one, not doing great, but it is starting to get some new leaves. So happy about that. Here's some marigolds. Got some little babies. Those will get huge. And my lilacs are getting big. No flowers, but they're really young, so they might not get flowers this year. So on June 1st, when I woke up, it was 53 degrees out. I was pissed off. I saw a friend's post, a local farmer, and she posted pictures of her leaves with like the crystals. I was mad. And we'll take a look. It's doing awesome. Like I said, the first few days when you transplant something, it looks terrible, but it really does come back to life once it roots itself. Our sunflower babies. There was corn sticking up, and the frost got to them. But hopefully more seeds will come up. Like, this was a corn. The corn was beautiful. It was so tall. Wyatt was so excited about it. And then frost hit. Some more sunflowers. So what is doing best in my garden right now? Onions. And all the greens, like my kale and my romaine. They're doing awesome. And anything that was just barely popping out of the ground is fine. But anything that was large and really starting to bloom, frost killed them. So corn, it was so tall and beautiful. Green beans were tall and beautiful, and I was so excited to show you guys. And Wyatt would bring me down here after work, and he'd be like, oh, look at these. They're huge. He's like, they weren't like this yesterday. And I'm like, that's how that works. But I'll show you some seedlings. So some marigolds. I don't know if you can see them all. These are all marigolds. Got some dill coming up. Onions are huge. I can't believe how quick they're growing. They're literally like the size of my hand. Some cilantro babies. Carrots look crazy. They almost look like grass. There's tons of them. Some more. There's some down there. Might be dill. There's some babies in there. Something's growing there. Some more onions. I think these might be carrots. Onions. Like I said, corn was great, and then they all died. But here's something that popped up in the last 2 days. See, this is a dead one. Look at how tall it was. Dead. I just covered over my potatoes, but I'll put a video of before I covered them. Covered up these ones. Potatoes. Oh my gosh. Are they doing okay? They look probably fine. I'm gonna put more dirt on the potatoes. Can't believe how big they got. And I was so excited to show you guys, and then everything is dying. But these are my potatoes. I'm gonna put more dirt over them today. Two green beans. They did look awesome. They are dead. Anything that wasn't above ground yet is doing fine though. Let me see if I can find one. Like there's some still popping up, but there's a lot of dead. Here's one. That one hasn't popped up, so that will be okay. Anything that didn't pop up yet, praying. Gonna have to do a lot of transplants. Look at this crazy guy. He's huge. He's beautiful. Here's my kale. Onions are tall. Got some little babies. This guy is the biggest one. So pretty. More kale. Eggplant died. Dead. It's terrible. Tomatoes, awful. I had just bought this one and I was excited because it's cherry tomato and it's dead. All my herbs are doing fine. Some more lavender, rosemary starting to spread, thyme, and we have one pumpkin. It's because he was a baby. Everything that was big, we had huge ones. Like this one was so tall. Look at how tall it was. It just died. So, what's doing good? Greens, onions, and any seedlings and herbs. But soon this will all be green. So I wanted to talk about compost tea. Sounds disgusting, looks disgusting, and smells disgusting. All you do is you put your compost in water, and we do it with a huge bucket. And then I take an old potter that has holes in the bottom, and scoop out the big pieces of compost. and then I dump all the water on my plants, flowers, bushes, trees, and they love it. And I did it the other day before the frost, and everything was so bright and opening and growing, and they loved it. And then frost came and we got hit hard. This one's got little seeds. So they're big and they're not doing great. I took off all the dead leaves. But they're already putting off new shoots. Like that is green. So that one's the one from Home Depot. And I don't see any sprouts. I just don't know. But raspberries. And then Wyatt found some apple babies. We hope. I think they might be crab apples, but they're about to flower. We're hoping they're apple trees. This one is not doing great. But yep. So 3 hopefully apple trees and 4 of our raspberries that will spread and be huge. So that's my tour for today. We'll have to buy more seedlings and plant them. I do have some other seeds for like peppers and stuff in the house that are gonna be planted in the garden eventually. So we'll do that next week. So thanks for watching with us. Try to post next week and hopefully we'll have some seedlings by then. Till then.